Well, the air compressor for the train horns on Dirty Willy kind of decided to give up. So we're going to be replacing that. As you can see down here, there's one of the horns and there's one on the other side. Just going to show some stuff here and there on the video because it's not really a how-to or anything because it's a pretty custom installation. But if you're new to the channel and you haven't seen anything on the air system of Project Dirty Willy, well, you'll get to see some of it now. Project Dirty Willy is a 2015 Jeep Wrangler. Willy's Wheeler. This is the current air system setup. Everything's going to stay pretty much the same. The only things that are going to change are the pressure switch here. Like I said earlier, this one is a 9120. What else? Oh, and of course the compressor is going to change. Hopefully the new one will fit because it's actually a little bit bigger than this one, has a higher output, and is a better brand. If you noticed, these hanging down, these are my DIY anti-flicker devices. I've got a video about these. Now I'm going to pull out the old compressor and see if the new one will fit. Here's the difference between the old compressor, which is this one, and the new one. You can tell the old one is quite a bit smaller. I mean, they're pretty similar, but everything on this is just a little bit bigger. This one was just wide enough to fit inside the C channel of the bumper. This one's a little too wide, so I may have to do some modification down here. All right, well, I figured out how I needed to modify mounting locations. I just drilled some new holes a little further in and put the grommets and stuff back in. I got the new plug soldered on there. Okay, we got our new Viair compressor installed. We got the tank back in, the new pressure switch, everything is plumbed up. It's just ready to go back on the Jeep and be hooked back up to the solenoids and plug in all the electronics. Okay, everything's put back together. It's the next day. I let all of the pipe sealant and stuff have a little bit of time to cure. I'm going to go ahead and kick on the new compressor and see if it actually fills the tank and if the new pressure switch actually shuts off, or we had a pressure switch that came on at 90 psi and shut off at 120. Now the one we have comes on at 100 and shuts off at 130. Well, that was actually faster than I thought. I mean, it seems like a while, but compared to the old compressor, that's probably half the time. These are just a few clips of the factory horn versus the air horn. In these clips, I used my Saramonic V mic, which is a shotgun microphone set to minus 10 dB, and the input volume on the camera was turned down as far as it could go to try to cut down on the distortion.